All right, looks like we're live. What's going on, everyone? I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me, if everything's coming in clear. Let me know what's going on. Happy to be doing another live. I know it's been a while, and I even said a couple months ago that I wasn't going to do it for a while, but we're back. We're doing it. Happy to be here, like I said. I'm going to be going over some cool stuff today, talking about signs that she's leading you on. And then after that, I'm going to be taking some questions. So if you're watching this not live, don't worry. We're going to be getting into some really cool material right now. You're going to be learning about the signs that she's leading you on. But also, like I said, I'm going to be answering questions so you can stick around and get into that. So everyone, yes, you can hear me. You can see me. I haven't done this in a while. Just got to make sure that everything's looking good. Cool. Lots of thumbs up. Hear, see, clear. Good audio. Handsome fella. Good content. Thank you very much. Okay, cool. So everyone say hello in the chat. I'll get to you in just a second. Should have had some water available. Forgot about how scratchy my voice gets when I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Even though I'm not talking to 62 of you right now and thousands of you who are going to be watching this video. I used to get nervous for these, by the way, when I first started. But now I don't. I don't feel anything. Kind of like approach anxiety. When you have approach anxiety, you get really scared to go and talk to girls. But then you do it so many times that the fear is just gone. If you have approach anxiety, that's the way to do it. Approach as much as you can, so then that fear just goes away. Speak a little louder. I'm speaking right into the mic. Let me just double check my settings. Yeah, I'm speaking pretty loud. Am I speaking loud enough, guys? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, cool. So let's get into some good stuff. Signs that she's leading you on. The audio could be a little higher. See if I can fix it real quick. Sorry for you who are not watching live. I know this is annoying. Let's see if I can do that. Does that help? I'm talking now. Does that help a little bit? I turned up the gain. Sorry, this is a little amateur hour, guys. I turned up the gain. So yes, is this better? This better? Okay, cool. All right, signs she's leading you on. You're in a situation right now. Picture this. You're in a situation, and you are just, you're certain this girl likes you. You're certain of it, right? But nothing's really happening. Nothing's coming of it. But you're just like, I know she likes me. I know she likes me. And she's leading you on. And you're even saying to yourself, I think she's leading me on because we haven't been sexual. She won't even kiss me. I try to kiss her, nothing happens. I try to ask her out, nothing happens, right? It's like, this is what happened when a girl leads you on. You feel like you're so close, like you're almost there, but you're not all the way there, and something is wrong, okay? So what are some of those signs? Well, it's funny because you probably already know very clear what those signs are, okay? Those signs are as follows. Oh, I'm going to interrupt with a commercial break real quick because I know I have you right now. I have your attention, and you don't know that I can help you with coaching. You probably see a URL down there, coachedbytripp.com. If you are interested in getting coaching from me one-on-one, yes, I'm taking clients right now, and I'm helping you on the phone every single week to get girls to not lead you on, to be interested in you. So if you're having a lot of trouble with girls who are leading you on, this is a big problem. It's because you're not getting them attracted to you and you're not doing it properly, but I can help you with that. So go to coachedbytripp.com and you can apply today, and you can apply for coaching. And you can apply to be working with me, like I said, on the phone every week, helping you deconstruct what's going on in your dating life, figuring out what's the hindrance from you being able to get quality women, beautiful women in your life. And I'm working with a bunch of clients right now, and so I have a few openings left. And I know that sounds like bullshit, like, oh, it's one of those tactics. No, it's true. I really do only have a few openings left. Anyone else who's going to work with me after that, it's going to be, probably a month away at least before we get started. So apply today, coachedbytripp.com. You have to be 18 or older. I'm sorry. I know, guys. I know a lot of you who watch are under 18, but you got to be 18 or older to apply, because I'm really not going to sit here and get your parents' permission to be coaching you. So, apply today. Let's get your dating life handled. I'll figure out a customized way to get you results, and very fast. All right, enough of the tease. The sign she's leading you on. She's texting you a lot, but she'll never meet up with you. I remember, here's a quick story. I remember, when was this? This was 2008, I believe, when I was just learning how to go out and approach women. And what ended up happening was I got this girl's number from a bookstore, and it was insane. Okay? It was insane how much she was leading me on. I remember I'd text her, and she'd be responsive. In fact, she'd respond almost right away, within like a couple minutes. And I'd ask her out, which is the right thing to do, because that's what you got to do when you get a girl's number. You got to ask them out. And I'd ask her out, and what would happen? It looks like my audio is even a little high. Whatever, isn't anyone saying that? Okay, no. So what ended up happening was every time I text her to meet up, she would have an excuse, like, no, I can't. Or she'd agree, and then she'd flake out. Okay, so I would end up, I was new at this. I didn't know. I was still like wanting to convert this into an actual meetup, because it was a girl I met during the day. And I text her again, and she wouldn't respond. And then she'd respond like a day later. This was after she was already responding quickly, like it started to get less and less and less. And she would respond and say, oh, she's busy. And so then she would talk to me a little bit over text. And then I'd ask her again. So it was this back and forth, leading me on, not ever meeting up. And finally I got the hint. I was like, what am I doing? It's like 7 times this happened. Like, what am I doing? This girl's not going to meet up. Like, this is not happening. It's not happening. So yeah, if a girl's not meeting up with you after you're texting her, it's not going to happen. She's leading you on. And that's the number one sign a girl likes you, by the way. A lot of guys are really obsessed with knowing, like, how do I tell if she likes me? How do I tell if she's interested in me? You're going to be able to tell if she's interested in you when she actually decides to meet up with you. Otherwise, she's not interested. Plain and simple. I got to give it to you, plain and simple. She's not interested if she won't meet up with you. So understand that, especially here. And this happens, right? I bet you this is happening to you. It's like you're texting a girl and she's like very responsive, but you never can meet up with her. Or maybe you think she's leading you on and you guys are texting a lot, but you're not even pulling the trigger. Okay? So that's a problem there too. I'm going to turn down the gain a little bit. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here's another one. She flirts with you but never wants to do anything more physically. So I remember this. This goes back to high school years, because once I got out of high school and I got out of college, I started to learn this stuff, and I made sure I was not ever putting myself in the presence of women who would be leading me on, because the second that they wouldn't meet up with me, or I can tell weren't interested, I'm out. I'm done. Right? So I remember when I was in high school, there was this girl who she would flirt with me all the time. I'm talking like hugging me, touching me. And I know this is funny. It's an example from high school, but it's one that happened to me, and this still happens to guys even after high school. But it's very common, is the girl's like really nice to you. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes they don't know what they're doing. So this is not all girls who are leading you on are complete bitches. They're leading you on, they're terrible people. No, this is just their way of showing friendship. If they wanted to, if they liked you, then they would do more than that, right? So you can't ever be mad at a girl or woman for leading you on. That's just you getting the wrong impression. That's the whole thing. You're getting the wrong impression here. So it's on you. It's on you. Okay, so she flirts with you. And that's what happened to me. She was flirting with me, touching me all the time, like touching my shoulder, giving me hugs, even holding my hand. And I remember I was so slammed in the friend zone with this girl. And I was like, I like you. And I'd say this to her every 3 months because I was convinced that she liked me. And I was so mad because she was leading me on. And in some ways she was, because it's like, we were doing almost everything up to like before the point of kissing. It's like, what's going on there? But I remember I was so upset because it's like we were almost acting like we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but we weren't doing anything physical beyond what I just told you. You know, there was no kissing, nothing like that. Now, if you are in a situation, this is like right here. If you are in a situation where you are with a girl and she's kissing you and she's being that physical with you, but you won't do more, that's a little bit more of a lead on. But again, you got to put it back on you. She doesn't have to have sex with you and do anything more physical. And same thing with you. You don't have to stick around for that. You don't have to stick around for that at all. You can leave, which is what you should do. I'll give you some tips on how to turn it around, but you really should leave. Okay? Just looking at the chat here. So yeah, someone says if he leads her on, do you cut her off? Yeah, you do cut her off. Because think about it. If you're texting with a girl, there's another sign too. If you're texting with a girl and she's not willing to meet up with you, what are you doing? Why are you hanging around here? If the girl's flirting with you and you're trying to go for a kiss and you're trying to get more physical with her and she's like, oh no, I don't see you like that, what are you doing? Why are you sticking around? You shouldn't be. All right, here's another sign she's leading you on. This is very rare. I pray to God you're not in this situation. If you are, say it in the chat. Don't be scared. But she's getting you to buy her things. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. She's leading you on. She's like acting like she likes you, or acting like she'll like you more if you buy her stuff. Like facepalm. What are you doing, bro? Has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever done that? I'm looking at the chat right now, where they have bought a girl lots of stuff or been in a situation where the girl's trying to get them to buy stuff. Doesn't happen often, but it does happen. Curious to see where you're at. So I'll wait for the chat to come in because we're in a little bit of a delay here. But yeah, if a girl's ever trying to get you to buy her stuff, you need to walk away immediately. Someone said, I've been this victim before. Flynn said, I've been used. Logan said, yeah. I know, man. It sucks. I've never been in that situation because I knew from the get-go if a girl ever were to do that. I've only been in that situation at a bar where a girl's like, hey, buy me a drink. No, not buying you a drink. If a girl ever asks you to buy her a drink, you can be sure she's using you, for sure. Someone said, what if she was the one who would buy you things and cook for you? She would confirm every date, but I never went to kissing. And the last time I tried, she called it off because I wasn't patient. Well, in that case, psyched out Mike, I would ask her what's going on. Say, hey, listen, we're spending a lot of time together. You don't seem to want to do more than kissing. Is there something I should know? Just ask her. A lot of people are really scared to do that. I think it's going to ruin something. Just ask her what's going on. Maybe she's like, oh, I'm a virgin. I don't want to lose my virginity yet. I've been in that situation too. There was a girl once I went on multiple dates with, and I pushed forward to have sex and asked if she wanted to and got consent. And, well, I didn't get consent. I asked for consent. And she said no. I said, okay. And it just happened so many times where I was like, I think we're at the point here where something's going on. And then I asked her, I said, how come you don't want to have sex? And she said, because I'm a virgin, I'm saving myself for marriage. Would have known that a lot earlier if I would have asked her. And so it ended because I'm not saving myself for marriage. Or at that point, I wasn't saving myself for marriage. I'm still not. But yeah, it's like if it doesn't align, then you leave. Do you understand here? That's like the main point of this video. If it's not aligning, you leave. If she is not wanting to do the same things as you, you leave. Again, I'm not telling you to have sex with her. Maybe you're saving yourself for marriage. I don't know what you want, but be clear on what you want. And if you're not finding a woman who is reciprocating on the things that you want, it's not a match, you go. You guys agree with me here? If you agree, say agree. I want to hear from you in the chat. Do you agree? Maybe you don't, but you should because it's right. Yeah, cool. So how do you turn this around? I'm going to tell you right now. How you turn this around is you either ask her out because you haven't done that yet. So a lot of guys are like, she's leading me on. And it's like, well, you never even made a move. You never asked her out. You never went for a kiss. You never pushed it forward. I'm getting some agrees in the chat. Shivam agrees. Flynn agrees. Nate agrees. Logan agrees. Psyched Mike agrees. Matthew, the Axeman, Renan, Gibran, Youre, Bull Skull. Thank you, guys. Good to hear from ya. Good to be here on a Wednesday night. Come on! Get some energy going. Okay. So, you either got to ask her out because you haven't yet. So maybe she's going to say yes. Maybe you think she's leading you on the whole time. And then all of a sudden you ask her out, or you go for the kiss, or you go for sex, and she complies. And you're like, oh, I just had to make a move this whole time. Right? Think about that. Okay. Or here's the other way to do it. If you're like, I have asked her out. I have tried to kiss her. I have tried to push it forward, and it doesn't work. Then you ignore her. Okay, you ignore her. Like you're done. Like you just leave it be. Because if you ignore her, what ends up happening is she's like, where did Tripp go? We were like texting all the time, and now we're not. And we used to hang out all the time, and now we're not. What's going on? This is like very similar to like a friend zone situation. Because if you're in the friend zone, the best thing you could do is just ignore, just leave the situation altogether. Then she becomes a little bit curious about what's going on. And if she tries to come back in your life, you say to her, like, hey, I'm not interested in being a friend. It's not how I see you. Sorry. Do you have the balls to do that? I wonder. I've done it. I've done it plenty of times where a girl tries to put me in the friend zone, and I don't let it happen because I'm never going to be in a friend zone. Either we're hanging out because we're moving this forward because I like you, or I'm interested in you, or I'm sexually interested in you, whatever the case may be, or we're not going to be friends here because it's not a friendship. It's not what I'm looking for. Not with you, right? Not with this girl specifically, whoever that may be. You should have that same mindset. Samuel says, what if you're planning a weekend, then she says someone at work was sick, and they change their mind because they might get sick? Here's the thing. If it ends up happening where a girl flakes on you, and she flakes on you to the point where she doesn't say like, hey, but let's replan it. Let's do this. I want to see you next week. Either that's A, she's just being rude, or B, she's not very interested. Because I've had women that have flaked on me as well, and I never ended up meeting up with them because they were never really interested to begin with. But then I've had other women who it's legit, like they can't make it on a date or to like a weekend or something like that, but they know that they're going to lose me Because if they're interested and they flake, they know that's a problem. So they always come back and say, oh, but can we do it another time when you're free? Again, that doesn't happen with every woman, but the ones that are interested will come up with another time. So, does that make sense, guys? I think it does. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm pretty good at explaining things in a very simple way. One of my coaching clients who I've been working with recently said that to me. He said, one of the reasons why I like your stuff is because you've simplified it so much where it's like, it's impossible not to understand. It's funny too, because I get on when I do my first calls with coaching clients, I say to them, I go, did you review? Because you get all the programs. I should mention, when you sign up for coaching, you get all my programs. You get Hooked. You get Irresistible Academy. There's like 11 programs that I have. You get all of it. It's part of it. And I say, hey, did you watch the Hooked program? And they say yes. I say, good. Do you have any questions? Like, is there anything unclear? 100% of the time they go, nope, I get it. It's so easy to understand it because I break it down to a science. What's up, Leeward? You finally get to catch me live. Awesome. So yeah, if you're interested in coaching, by the way, what a perfect segue. Go to coachedbytripp.com. You can see that URL. Just boom, clear on the screen. Go to coachedbytripp.com and you will get sent to an application. That application is for you to fill out and apply. And when you apply, I read the application. I read every single application that comes through, and we will go over it and see if coaching is a good fit for you, if I like the application. I actually get on the phone with you. We talk, you and me. We'll talk for up to an hour. It's not a coaching call. It's more of a call to see if coaching is a good fit for you. I get to hear what your issues are and things like that. So at the very least, we get to get on a phone call and just go over your issues. It's not a coaching call, but it definitely dives deep, and we see if coaching is a good fit. So if you're interested in coaching, you're interested in getting your customized dating plan, which I provide for you so you can get quick results and meet a lot of women, then apply. coachedbytripp.com. Cool. Someone asked, how many women have I gone out with? I don't know. I don't count. Someone's name is It's Trippy. That's cool. Very cool. All right, guys, the Q&A portion. Hit me with it. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this situation. Do you have any girls that are leading you on? Do you have any questions about what we can do to fix the situation? Let me help you. Ask me about questions about leading you on, or how, in your specific situation, what to do. Let me help you out with it. I'm here to help. We're here on the live hour. Coachedbytripp.com is up and ready for you to go apply if you're interested. So, what you got for me? Hit me with it. People always say that I have a crooked hairline because I don't put my hair up enough right here. Does that fix it? Let's get this all fixed. Okay, cool. Someone said, Lion Griever said, I think the most important part is after the first date, where both battle for the power in the relationship. Then most girls get flaky and it's hardest to keep her cool. Girls get flaky because you didn't get them attracted to you. That's the bottom line. It's Trippy says, I got a question. Me and my girlfriend who just started dating 5 days ago are watching a movie on Friday and plan to cuddle. I don't know how to make the first. It's Trippy. How old are you, buddy? You a teenager? What's going on here? This girl I've gone out with multiple times. She doesn't want to get physical because she says it's been too soon since her last boyfriend, month and a half. What do I do? Oh, Caleb, you shouldn't be dating a girl who just got out of a relationship. Big no. Do not be dating women who just got out of a relationship. If you're looking to get in a relationship with them, bad idea. Why? Because they are still caught up in the drama and the emotions of their last relationship, and it's not a clean break for them to really be able to fully commit to you. Yes, there's exceptions, but please, if you ever meet a girl who's just got out of a relationship, Get out of there. What to do with the girl who rejected you, but you keep running into her continuously? Tom, why are you running into her continuously? Shaker said, act like it doesn't bother you anymore. Or Shark Gaming. That's a good advice, Shark. She'll wonder why you're not pursuing her anymore or why it's bothering you. I like that advice. Yeah, it's trippy. You're 15 years old. So, it's hard to give advice to you guys. I'll be honest with you. You're in a very young, immature situation. If you want to kiss a girl, you just go for it. Psyched Up Mike says, I'm a victim of that, Tripp. A victim of what? Xavier Poitras. What are you saying? Go to McDonald's. What are you talking about? What are the questions you got? Also, I'm happy to answer any questions about coaching. I know guys are really curious about that, like how that all works. So I'm happy to answer questions about coaching. I'm happy to answer questions about any situation where a girl's leading you on. Brian says, been seeing this girl. We've done the deed. Yesterday she can't get me off her mind, but will not speak at all today. Brian, how old are you? You know what? Here's the new rule. Because we're dealing with a different breed of women when they're under 18. They're immature. They're not women yet, so they're acting very immature, and it's harder to deal with women who are immature than girls who are over 18 and more mature. I'll just go with that. If you have a question, say how old you are in the chat, and then ask the question. My girlfriend is leading me on all of a sudden over a small disagreement, even after an apology. Only texts me randomly, not answering my calls. How do I turn it around? Well, if she's your girlfriend, you guys should be able to talk all the time. I mean, she's your girlfriend. So that's really weird. Ask her what's going on. Flynn said Movement Monday challenges. Wow, Flynn. You've been watching videos for a while. I haven't done a Movement Monday in a while. Do you guys know what Movement Monday is? I only had a few of those. Brian, you're 35. So, Brian, it depends what you want with her. Like, what are you trying to do? If there's a girl that had sex with you but she's not responding to your text messages, you shouldn't be sitting there texting them all day anyways. Texting should be just specifically for you two to meet up again. My opinion about long-distance relationships, yeah, they're bad. Don't do them. Good night, it's Trippy. Thanks for joining us. My ex and I have stayed friends, and she will say that she's not interested in dating again, but text me, FaceTimes me 24/7, asks me to come over every night. Will change in front of me and gets upset when I want to go home. What should I do about this? I'm 24. Wow, Matt, interesting. If she's not interested in pursuing anything sexual with you or relationship with you, you have to stop. She's just teasing you. She's leading you on. What are the questions you got? 21, 22 in August. How to handle logistics when bringing a girl home. I'm home from college for the summer when I have siblings and parents I live with. Oh. Bring her home anyways, man. Try to bring a girl over when your parents aren't home. Justin, you know as well as I do. Brian Webb, if you're 35 and you need some help, I suggest you go to coachbytripp.com. Let's get you some coaching. You're a very good candidate. I work with a lot of guys in their 30s. Don't worry, I work with a lot of guys in their 20s too. Even guys who are even 18, 19 years old. But yeah, Brian, I can help you with that. Advice on dating women with trust issues. Well, yeah, if they have trust issues, the only way you can be trustworthy is if your words and actions align. So always make sure that when you're dating a woman, your words and your actions are aligned. So that means you follow through with the things that you say you're going to do. That's pretty much it. You communicate with her. You're honest with her. But if she's got major trust issues, maybe she's got low self-esteem. Sometimes women who have low self-esteem, they say they have trust issues, but really it's because they're just worried that you're going to do something bad to them because they don't feel like they deserve you. Ooh, that was deep, but it's true. Justin said, do you know Dave Perota? Sort of. Yeah, we've talked a few times. Most of the girls lead men on purely because they want validation, nothing else. They just want to feel wanted. Some do. Some do that for sure. Some don't even know they're doing it. Some guys think a girl's leading them on when they're just being nice. And the girl was like, I wasn't even flirting with you. And the guy's like, but you were being nice to me. Just because a girl's nice to you doesn't mean she's flirting with you, doesn't mean she likes you. So I'd say it depends. You're in both situations. I'm 31 and crushing on this 44-year-old woman at work. What can I do to attract her, bro? Have you talked to her? That's step one. At work, you want to get them outside of work. Get them hanging with you outside of work. And then you got to build tension. And then there's entertainment. And then there's dominance. Tension, entertainment, and dominance. All three concepts I talk about in my coaching program, which you'll learn all about when you get coaching from me, and I can teach you how to do it. I also talk about it in my book too. So if you're, really young and watching this and you just want to get a book on Amazon, and your parents are like, "What? Who's Tripp? What is this book?" Go get it. It's called Magnetic. Justin said, don't shit where you eat. Can't disagree with that. Tripp, I've been seeing this one girl on and off for 2 months. She asked me out a couple times, but when it comes to the date, she flakes. Note, she has 3 kids. Yeah, that's probably why she's flaking. Don't date a girl who's got kids if you don't have kids. Bad idea. You're in 2 different places in your life. I think it's better to date a girl who has kids if you have kids, because then they understand where you're coming from. All right, Patrick Roby, if you're 32 and you're in need of coaching, go to coachedbytripp.com and apply. Apply by the end of the night, and we can set up a call for next week and we can talk. So, any of you guys who are interested in coaching, apply tonight. Don't wait. Don't wait. You're going to be at the bottom of the list, and I got to go through all these applications, which I spend a lot of time going through them myself. So, the longer you wait to apply, the longer it's going to take for us to start. Okay. Yeah, guys, check out the book. I don't have Patreon. I don't want it. I don't really believe in that, to be honest with you. I don't need you guys to just give me money for existing. This stuff is free. Like, I do these YouTube videos for free. I have my YouTube videos, my podcast. Like, I give you guys free stuff because that's my way of showing you, like what's going on. Like, here's some advice, use it, get results. If you get results, great. And if you need more help, then that's what coaching is for. That's what my book is for. That's what my program is for. So I don't take any money just for having a YouTube channel. This is free. This is my gift to you. And if you need more help, like I said, you can get coaching. I have my book Magnetic or my program Hooked. You apply by going to coachedbytripp.com. If you want to apply for coaching, go to coachedbytripp.com. Come on, guys, right there. Come on. I don't have internships available. No, I'm sorry. If I did, I would let you guys know. How to become more charismatic around women? I know you're not going to want to hear this answer. This is like the lame answer, but if you want to be more charismatic to me means you're very comfortable around women. People who are charismatic, they're just comfortable in social situations. How to become comfortable with things that are uncomfortable? You got to do that thing. So here's my homework for you If you want to be charismatic, go out and approach 10 women per day. Do that for a month. That's 300 women. You will be more charismatic almost instantly. It's interesting. Someone said, what other coaches can you recommend? I really can't. And I'm not saying that because they're my competition or whatever. It's just, it wouldn't make sense for me to tell you to go follow another coach, because it all depends on who you gel with. I know people who, like you guys, you're watching me, you gel with me, my personality, my vibe. So it depends who you gel with. Go check them out and see if you like them. There's a ton of people on YouTube. So it all depends, whose advice you like, what makes sense to you. Are they teaching you in a way that you can understand, So it's difficult for me to just go, oh, check out these guys. I'm finding out, though, that there's a lot of people who are they become a dating coach and then they stop. It's interesting. Like, a lot of people have gotten into this industry and then they just don't do it anymore. Like Simple Pickup. They were killing it on YouTube. And then they just stopped because they just didn't care about it anymore because they moved on to other things. It just wasn't their passion anymore. And that's fine. But it is my passion. That's why I've been doing this. And I won't stop doing it. Oh, wow. Someone just gave me $4.99. I forgot that was a thing. I don't even know how to get this money. But thank you for the $5. I guess I'll have to answer your question now. This is so funny. I forgot that you can do that. What's that called again? It's a super chat or something. They said, I have the confidence and want to talk in talking, but scared to make the approach. Help me. The confidence comes from competence. If you want to become competent in something, you need to do it over and over and over again. So, Richard, what you need to do to gain the confidence, because you're not going to have it. There's no way of getting the confidence and then going and approaching. You get the confidence by going out and doing the approaches. So you got to make a goal of going out a certain amount of times per week and doing approaches, even if they're easy. A lot of guys think, an approach has to be going up and fully flirting with the girl and all that. It's not the case. You don't have to do that. You can just go and say hi to a stranger. You can ask someone directions somewhere, whatever you need to do. RSD Max coaching was $3,000. Yeah, everyone has good different prices. I have all price ranges. So I have coaching that's cheaper than $3,000 and more than $3,000. Depends on what you want to do and how far you want to go. This is so funny. I have no idea what to do with this. I don't even know how Super Chat works. Well, I guess you guys can give me money, even though I'm not on Patreon. You can just do the Super Chat. And you can give me money. But you don't have to do that. I'll answer your question anyways. You don't have to do the Super Chat. But thank you. I appreciate the tip. I do appreciate it. Yes, confidence comes from repeated action. I don't know who Matt Como is, but that is true. It comes from repeated action, which what I say is competence. You become competent in something with repeated action. That's how that works. So, what other questions you guys got? Still a bunch of you guys here. Happy to answer questions for you. You don't have to super chat me. Of course, it does stick out, though. When you super chat, it's like in my face. And I won't miss it. But, yeah, happy to answer any other questions. Again, we're talking about signs she's leading you on. We're talking about you applying for coaching at coachbytripp.com, which is right there, for one-on-one coaching, which is available to you. What does it mean when girls says, give me love and attention? Well, it means that you're doing something right because you've got her attracted to you. So it's probably a good thing. You don't need to worry about how to attract older women. All women are created equal. Attraction works across the board no matter what age they are. Except I always say under 18 or under even 20. They're still kind of immature, still developing, coming into themselves. So it might not be the exact same. My girl says we should separate to get herself together. I don't know what to think. What do you think? Sounds like it's bullshit. So if she's saying that, that means she's not actually interested in you anymore. Sorry. I know that's the bearer of bad news here, but have I ever been catfished? Almost. I've been with girls who, when I've done online dating, they look nothing like their profile picture. It wasn't like catfish per se. It was just, really heavily edited photos or photos that were very old. Have you ever paid for someone to help you with your style? Yeah, I have. In the past. There are style coaches out there. So, we can go over that as well. What's up, Ryan? We can go over that as well when we do coaching. I can help you with style stuff. There's only a few things you really need to know to optimize your look, to make you look the most handsome, and then we deal with everything else that's more important, which is your charisma, your confidence. So, if you want to not be afraid to get rejected, you got to get rejected a lot. So that's the best way. Guys, my throat's getting cashed out here. I need some water. We might be ending soon, so get your questions in, because I'm feeling like it's gonna be over for this guy. I did a podcast earlier. If you guys don't know, I have a podcast, by the way. How to Talk to Girls. It's the podcast. It's on iTunes, it's on Stitcher, it's on Spotify, and I think it's on SoundCloud. It should be. What else? Hey, Tripp, would you agree instead of asking or permission to go on a date, how about say let's go on a date? Yeah, I like the word let's. Let's do this. Let's go on a date. It does show dominance. Flynn, yes. Justin, good point. You're saying he doesn't give her the chance to say no. Although she could still say no. But either way. Am I a fan of smoking or vaping weed? No, not really. I just don't think it does anything for you. I think it just makes you slower. It's not good for you in the long term. Unless it's something like actually medicinal that's helping you with like chronic pain or something. But otherwise, no. I mean, yes, I've smoked weed before, but I don't really do that anymore. It's not really, it just doesn't do anything for you. It gets you high, but it doesn't do anything for you in the long run. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to take this live down. This is going to be on the channel. So if you're just coming in now, you'll be able to watch this in full. I'm going to keep it on the channel. Okay? Later, Justin. Again, you guys, coaching is available to you. Coachbytripp.com is the URL. You go there and, you know what? I should put a www right there. Probably make more sense, wouldn't it? So go to coachbytripp.com. Let's see if this works. It did work. There we go. Go to coachbytripp.com and you will end up seeing an application where you can apply for coaching, and I can help you create a customized plan for your dating life. So go there right now, apply for coaching, invest in yourself. Let me help you. Let me help you with this. Get these results faster. Okay? I'll take one more question, and then I'm going to head out. What do you got for me? Who's got the last question for me? I'm ready to answer you. The best advice for teenagers. I have a whole episode on that. So we're not going to talk about that now, Thomas. I have a whole video for you. It's dating advice for high schoolers. Joaquin says, Tripp, how do you deal with the bipolar? I don't want to lose her. Oof. If she's not actively trying to help herself, if she's not actively going into therapy, taking the right medications, then you should leave her. So, Patrick, yes, I've had people who have learning disabilities. Yes. My day has been well. Thank you, Ryan. Okay, I'm answering more questions because they're just coming in. Good place to meet girls. This is going to sound funny, like an obvious answer. The best place to meet girls is wherever they are. So meaning, where do they congregate? Bars, clubs, popular spots around your city. Those are the best places to meet women, where there's a lot of them. All right, guys. That's it. That's my live for today. Guess what? I'm going live next week. So make sure you're around for next week's live. And I'll be here with you to answer your questions. We'll go over another cool topic. Hope this helped. Everyone say bye, Tripp. Don't forget to apply for coaching. coachbytripp.com. I will help you. We will get you help, the help you need. And also, don't forget to tune in next week where we'll be doing another live episode. Can't wait to help you. Stick around. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.